Let's go on a journey of discovery, my friends. Let's see what's in the mystery box. So of course, I want to give a shout out to our friends at Lenovo Legion and Intel for sponsoring this video and sending out this very large, mysterious box. We have the laptop! 2023 is a uniquely great time to buy a gaming laptop. The stars have aligned, my friends, because what we've seen here is an upgrade that rarely happens at the same time. Traditionally, if you're buying a gaming laptop, you're gonna see a new model come out, and it's gonna have a new CPU, or a new screen, or a new GPU. But very rarely do all of those things happen at the same time. And that is exactly what we have here with the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i. Not only the brand new 13th gen Intel Core processors, but also the brand new NVIDIA RTX 40 series graphics. When you consider the CPU performance of this system, and you consider the fact that you can go all the way up to an RTX 4090, you've got a ton of performance and a package which you can thankfully assume won't be immediately out of date when something new comes out in 3 months. You go, oh, I should have waited. You don't have to wait. Now this is part of the Legion Pro series, which includes not only this Pro 7i that I have to take a look at, but also the Legion Pro 5i, which is very much meant to give you that high performance just on a slightly lower budget. So let's start by talking about these new Intel processors. So the system I have behind me has an Intel Core i9-13900HX with a whopping 24 CPU cores. That, thanks to things like Intel's Thread Director, means of course with that many cores, you're going to have some excellent multitasking performance. But on top of that, you also have a ton of performance for gaming. So with tech such as Intel's Thread Director, which essentially allows Windows to accurately schedule programs and services based on what kind of cores you've got, right? So you've got those efficiency cores, which are going to help you with battery life. They're gonna be much more energy efficient, but we need the absolute maximum performance. Thread Director will then say, oh, hey, let's schedule this onto the big cores, which is certainly gonna have a hit to like your battery life, for example. But if you're gaming or you're doing super intense tasks, you want every bit of performance you can get. And as you'll see in the gaming demo here in a minute, the amount of performance you're getting out of a laptop, which actually fits in your bag, has been tremendously improved. Not that long ago, we were using quad-core laptops and GPUs that were like, I don't know, half as powerful as their desktop counterparts. Now, with some of the stuff that specifically the Lenovo have done with this Legion Pro 7i, you get so much more performance to the point where you could arguably say this could replace your desktop. Part of the reason that you do get so much extra performance are through features such as Lenovo's AI Engine Plus. Now, the way this works is really interesting. Not only is it leveraging software, which is what the older version of this did, but it also has a dedicated LA1 chip built in. Now, you may hear the words AI and think, oh, my laptop needs AI too, got it. But it actually is a little bit more clever than you might expect. So there are two aspects of this. One of which is understanding what the laptop is doing right now. So traditionally, you've got yourself a CPU and you've got yourself a GPU. Each of these have their own dedicated power budgets. So maybe 45 watts for your CPU and 125 watts for your GPU, at least in the past. Now, that was fine, that was great, but the thing is, a lot of times, you actually didn't need the max on either at the same time, right? So, say I maybe have the cooling for 200 watts, but my GPU is taking it all up and my CPU is just sitting around doing nothing for specific games. Well, in those scenarios, you're actually leaving performance on the table while still having your system running really hot, really loud, etc., etc. Now, with the Lenovo AI Engine Plus, what you're getting here is something which is constantly trying to learn the games that you're playing and adjusting your settings completely independent of anything you're seeing, right? So it's not actually like changing the settings of the game, it's changing the actual power budgets of your individual chips. This is really cool because to you, as a user, you don't have to do anything. It is constantly running in the background. And while it does not work for all games, this smart engine that is built inside has a ton of potential. Now, while the 13th gen Intel CPUs and the RTX 40 series graphics have a lot of performance, they also do need a lot of cooling, which is part of the reason why Lenovo brought out their Cold Front 5.0 tech. There's a few things involved here, including an optional vapor chamber, as well as super thin fan blades that are down to 0.1 millimeters. Wait, how thin is a piece of paper?
So regular copy paper ranges from 0.05 to 0.1 millimeters.
So there you go. These fan blades are as thin as paper, except that they have a whole lot of them and they're not gonna be as floppy as paper. Actually, that's kind of interesting to think about. Sorry, I'm just getting a wild tangent here. The thing is, Having good cooling is incredibly important. And again, we're pushing 175 watts on the TDP on this laptop while also still preserving the rear ports. So last year, I made a video discussing why I personally think that gaming laptops have gotten good enough to replace desktops for a lot of people. And a big reason for that is just how portable this performance is. What you're getting here is not only it comes with a slimmer charger, so it's gallium, but also on top of that, you've got an absolutely massive battery inside. 99.99 watt hours, aka the largest legal battery you could possibly take with you onto an airplane. In addition to the brick that it comes with as is, you also can take advantage of USB-C charging. In fact, you can go all the way up to 140 watts. Good luck finding a 140 watt USB-C charger, but it will take that, or obviously it'll take like a 100 watt or 65 watt charger for more regular use. And you also have yourself the AI Light Sync, which as you can see behind me, will mirror your display if you'd like. It's definitely my favorite mode. Look, my keyboard matches my screen. You've also got the True Strike keyboard, which not only has 1.5 millimeters of key travel, but it also does have the full per key RGB. But that also will pair with the RGB that is built all around the rest of the system, which means that it actually can look pretty nifty if you want to tinker. Look, that's a whole lot of spec talk. Why don't we actually play some games and see what the latest and greatest really can do? Starting out, we have Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, this is the, we're just doing it now. Oh, I didn't realize I was already taxied out. Okay, well, let's see if a 747 can take off at John Wayne. We're flying! So the Tobii Horizon tech, which is built into this laptop, essentially means that for certain supported games such as Flight Simulator, I don't have to actually use my controls to look around. I can look right, I can look left, up, down. It's a really cool bit of tech.
Try tilting your head.
What the? Oh, I didn't realize it did tilt.
It's got yaw, pitch, and roll.
Pitch and yaw! The fact that you're getting this level of graphics on a laptop is really impressive. Does anyone think I'm gonna make it to the airport? I don't think I'm gonna make it to the airport.
I'm not even convinced you're flying in the right direction.
Oh God, wait. Okay, we're just gonna make an aggressive turn here. We're just gonna shave off a few minutes. We're running a little bit late here. Oh, okay, so that was not what I meant to do.
Hey, I think you crashed.
Moving on. Next up, we have Forza Horizon 5, which is actually included with the 3 months of free Xbox Game Pass, which comes with the Legion. So performance is one thing, but the screen quality is an entirely other area that laptops have come a long way the last couple of years. So this has a 2560 by 1600 display, which can run up to 240 hertz, which especially with a 4080 inside is important because you really want to be able to take advantage of all of the performance that your laptop is capable of. Now we do have a display here and I'm gonna play on that in just a second, but honestly, if you're pushing anywhere close to 240 frames per second games, it's very difficult to really find the need for an external display. Unlike a lot of older gaming laptops where the displays were just kind of okay, this is terrific. This is incredibly good. All right, let's go. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Ah! Okay, I'm not gonna go through the whole song and dance about why you don't need a desktop. If you really want a desktop, by all means go for it. Obviously, there are still advantages there. But when you consider just what you're able to get out of a fully portable laptop, it makes me really second guess things. It really does. Like, this is so impressive. Next up, we've got Halo Infinite. And for this, I'm actually going to be using the display. So this is the Lenovo Legion Y27 QF30. And what I'm getting here is a 27-inch 1440p display that can run all the way up to 250 hertz. Normally, you would need a very powerful gaming computer to do this. However, I'm actually getting pretty solid frame rates directly on the laptop. You've also got an HDMI 2.1 port built into the laptop, which does mean a big difference if you're going to be playing at higher frame rates, higher resolutions. You don't really have to worry about it too much. And wow, these bots are really bad. If I'm killing you, you know that you're not very good at this. This is such a rare moment where you have the new tech across the board between CPUs, GPUs, the hardware. This Legion has so much going for it that I would highly recommend you to check it out at the link in the description. And of course, huge thank you to both Lenovo Legion as well as Intel for sponsoring this video. I'm going to go beat the bots again so I feel better about my gaming prowess, because as we all know, it's one thing to have great hardware. It's another thing to actually be good at gaming. I have half of those things.